my cord's tangled. Hi Shay, how's it going? And, sort of. It's, tea. I just made myself some black lychee tea, which is very nice. But not food. What you saw, probably that looks like food, is this thing. And what it is it's for brewing loose leaf tea. And what it is you brew the tea up here, and then you press this against a cup. And it will piddle on your pants if you're not careful. Or, more accurately, what you're supposed to do is put it over a cup, and then it pours into the cup. At least it hit my pants and not the floor, so that's a good thing. It is so cool. The only bad thing is, the only reason I was able to get it is because Tivana's going out of business, and so they were on a really, really good sale. There's a couple of places that sell them online, but, oh well, such is life, right? But yeah, I really like having my tea, when I'm broadcasting. Keeps the vocal cords, all nice. I'm gonna switch my headset around. When I'm in here, I usually have it on the other side. But I'm doing pretty good. This is actually a free game that I got. So, well, sort of free. I get it with my Xbox Live Gold. And so, this month they put this out, and I was like, hey, that looks like it's gonna be fun. So, little crazy around the house, trying to get things sorted and organized. But other than that, not a bad day. Alright, let's just get into this, and alright, I'm gonna check the settings, which I usually do. I usually put the subtitles on, and we're good. Makes it easier if I have to turn something down. See notifications when Marty has a new goal. Yeah, sure, let's show goals. If you see me look down every once in a while, it's because they changed how the Xbox displays this.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right. Check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car.
The car. No child. Busy.
If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this.
I know, right, Sprite?
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Hot Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. You disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Ruh-roh.
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
What's in the box?
Don't touch that. It's plutonium.
Plutonium?
How do you think I generated 1.21 gigawatts of power?
Press LB buttons to cycle through selectable objects. Till the toolbox is highlighted, press A.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it.
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the 4th root of N. Carry the 9, then.
Doc, something's way off here.
I have a feeling we're in an alternate timeline.
Doc?
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
Did anybody else notice that you could see
Oh, mistake!
the sign through his hair?
Doc! Doc, no!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
What about the Libyans?
Doc!
Marty, is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now, back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up.
They don't
Your
exist.
father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late!
Back to the Future, the game! Right? They broke time. Which is never a good thing. It's about time. That's kind of punny. 1 second. Fuzz if I touch it. You get a lot of fuzz when the chat pad is plugged into the bottom and then the mic on that. And I just remembered that. Like, oops. Look, it's almost a bendy clock. Are we all having fun yet? I'm I'm just happy that the Kinect decided to behave for me. An estate sale? Ruh-roh.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to...
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair.
What are you doing?
These
No,
things can't
I'm
get any
busy.
worse.
Hey, Marty.
Hi, Biff.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just... remembering.
Select items around the lab to make sure Doc didn't leave anything dangerous lying around. More clocks. Door. Dog feeder.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish.
He
Doc's
didn't.
fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc. I miss Einstein. I wonder why
So
Doc
many
didn't
clocks.
take any of these with him. Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, ha. But really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, looky what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something.
Oh, the camera. So here's the problem with me doing stuff on my Xbox. On occasion, the Kinect, and here's the best part, they're going to be, it will turn off on occasion. And I don't have my bar in the corner, so I can't see the feed as it's going. So thanks for letting me know, Shay, so I can get it back on. I just have this tiny blue bar on the bottom of my screen, and it shows me recording, the time that it's been recording, a little eyeball to show me how many people are watching. In theory, it says 2. And then it's got the microphone, and it tells me whether or not the mic's on. And then a little tiny square with a circle in it that's supposed to represent the camera. The problem is... Oh no, did the audio cut out too? Okay, can you hear me now? Sometimes it does this, or it decides it just doesn't want to function. Phone? Where did I stick those earbuds? I can do it without. Okay, good. It probably just cut out for a second there, Shay. But what I was saying was that the Kinect is no longer supported, and they have problems with it. It'll just randomly crash on me, and I have to go into the settings and go into the camera settings, and I can usually get it back on. It'll probably crash at least one more time while we're on. It just depends. Sometimes it'll stay up for 6 hours, and other times it'll stay up for 6 minutes. It's just really weird. But they're no longer producing the Kinect, and they're not going to be supporting them. And that's something I just found out this morning. I'm like, great! But it's part of the problem is because the Kinect wants to draw more power than what most people can provide. And they said that the best way to fix that was to plug it in directly to the wall. And I said, but I've only got one outlet on that wall. How am I supposed to plug in a TV, an Xbox, and a Kinect into two spots? 2 outlets on the wall. I'm like, of course I'm using a power strip. Anyways, that's what they said. And I'm like, hooray. So, I'm going to let it sit here for a second so it'll be stable. Because sometimes the processing of the Xbox will do it too. But, looks like it's stabilizing. There we go. I guess I'm going to have to go beat Biff to find that thing.
Hey, Biff. I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
Can you punch him right in the kneecaps? Probably have to buy it off of him, but...
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
Really?
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
Absolutely. Well,
Never mind.
looks like I'm gonna have to figure out something else. Mind reading
Feels
helmet.
like that was a lifetime ago. Actually, I guess it was. Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything.
Good plan, Marty.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Ah, so we'll need to use George to get it. That's fine. Ugh. The control on this is really
Hey,
awkward.
Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You. Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
Wow, his mouth didn't work in in sync there.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff. but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
Could they?
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
About Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I
Wow,
guess you
he looks
can.
stoned.
Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way, but you know where to find me. Problem?
Let's see if we can get him to
Biff?
cough it up.
He's got this thing, see, and I really need to get it back.
If he stole something from you...
No, it's one of Doc's notebooks. He found it first, but...
Technically, Marty found it
well,
first.
then I'm not sure what to tell you. I guess you'll just have to appeal to his better angels or something.
Or something.
Distract him.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Helpful. Oops.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies. Let's make some noise.
Well, that explains it. Oh. I just saw that the camera died on me again. Living room looks atrocious in the camera. Alright, let's try again. Now, let's see, what do we gotta do to get Biff to drop the box?
Doc must have whipped up
That?
some crazy compounds in that cauldron. It smells like beef stew.
I hope the chat's not freezing up on me again.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
You picked up Marty's guitar. Press the X button to open your inventory. Highlight the photo of George and press
I
X to
keep this
examine it
picture
more
of my
closely.
dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys. It may not look like much, but it packs a wallop.
Now select the amplifier to plug in the guitar.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
And he's gonna blow out the speaker.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Whoa!
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you?
When are you? There's the car. Really hope the chat's behaving. Problem is I have to run the chat through my tablet, which is down here.
Doc?
Achievement unlocked. Doc's Legacy. Got Doc's notebook from Biff. No, be Einstein. Okay, just double checking.
Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Nope. Handheld tape recorder, time circuit switch, a shoe, the display, and the keypad.
Marty?
Ah!
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you've come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whenever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on.
Because, you know,
Crap!
it's like driving a stick.
Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now? Okay, Doc,
His
I know
shoe?
I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe. I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date into the time
Oops.
circuits.
Wrong button.
Once I know when to look for Doc. Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc. This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc.
Probably have to get out of the car. Be smarter than the tech you're trying to use. Press the LS button if you're unsure about your current
What
goal.
kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Effective. Okay. So it's just wherever I'm at right here. Wow, he has a weird walk. Follow the trail to Doc. Yeah, that's super helpful. Because it won't let me go back, because I'm sure George would have an idea. Okay, what's the only thing I haven't touched in here? The display,
I can
the
use those to enter a
keypad.
date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
There's only 3 things in here to look at.
Marty?
Ah! This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
Gotta make sure the chat doesn't disappear on me. Okay. Okay, so that just tells me what I've done. Okay. It's all about combining items together. So, go in here, grab this. Oops. Oop. Arr, arr, arr. Stupid fingers.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Great Scott doesn't sound right unless it's coming from Doc.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Arcade door, gate.
It's locked.
Probably the gate.
Step away from the door.
Ah!
Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat! State your business, child! You're making me miss Merv!
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Excellent. Found the right combo. Weirdo.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
He's used to being left in weird places. K 15 locks. She's a total hoarder.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
Look it up.
Have a seat, Sonny.
Because, you know, most kids like tea.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes! Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Jam? What jam?
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
And everyone else, she's just Satan to. Pictures.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
That's hilarious. Cat
What are
trophies.
these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Einstein brought me that shoe from the past. But when in the past? Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Guess you're gonna have to talk to the old
Miss
bat.
Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree! Yes?
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes. The day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Their mouths
Don't
move
act
so weird.
so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
That sounds creepy.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what
Look at those
date that
talons.
article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
She's so lovely.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to
Child.
drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Why are you whining?
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that? Tim Taggart! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Can I help you, little squeaker?
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
So much talking, so much yelling. I was thinking there'd probably be more action in this.
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But
And I'd
And you're
hate
so
to
pleasant.
have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
Manipulative much? Ow. Ow. No, 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 no. Get off of that. Thank you. Hold on a second. Hopefully, this'll,
that tea's
start
never gonna boil.
picking up a bit. Do. I think this is where the radiator's gonna come in handy.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Ah. Cool. So now what do we gotta do? We gotta... Oh my gosh. Stick with it, Marty.
Hey, mind if I use your
Okay.
binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
February 1932.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you. I told you not
See if she'll
to
let me in 'em now?
touch those.
Nope.
The candy looks older than I am.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Now that I have an idea of where to look, when to look.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
We have a date!
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Ow!
They're in order, so...
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Sure, one that you invited in and then didn't let leave. And now he's a happy boy.
Marty! Where you been, son?
What's up, Dad?
What are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck. Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready
He's
to
so
go, Einstein?
bony.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor.
Turn that on.
Fluxy.
Fluxy. Oh.
Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Bleep bloop. Gotta be murder on your tires. Mobsters. That's one way to break up a fight. Gonna hide behind the sign as always. Einstein looks like he's... Yeah, he does look like he's seen some stuff. Serious stuff. And then the 2-mile walk back to Hill Valley takes a lot further than 2 miles. Fear the silent gun. Achievement unlocked. Back in time. Traveled back in time to rescue Doc.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
O'Malley and Sons Barber Shop. There's the police station. Marty's gonna get himself run over.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Yeah, tell them, go ahead, make my day.
Make your day what? Never mind. I'll play around with it and see if I can come up with something better. Mr... May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Michael, let's go with Michael.
Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know, I met you
Pleasure
back.
to meet
I
you.
mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet!
Debauchery!
I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no, down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc, I gotta find Doc.
Oh, there we go. Make Marty run.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Ah!
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No
Zemeckis.
solicitors.
That's really funny.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Hi, Bob. Name checked Back to the Future creators. That's what I thought. That's funny. Whoa! Chat, no. Don't die on me. Bank sign.
Bank of Italy?
Today's special is yesterday's soup.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
I'm guessing I'm gonna have to cross the street. Ah! Under new management, huh? Right, the dog anatomy is a little bit funky there, Sprite.
McFly?
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Of course
Would
not.
you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well?
Well, what?
Well, what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Again.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Marty's so assertive.
Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there.
I have a feeling this is gonna be important.
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
What do we need to work on first?
Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931.
Excitement. Very talky, very choose your own adventure kind of way. Wait a minute. Did I bypass the police station? I thought it was on this side. Nope. Okay. Where? It must be on the other side of the road? Oh my gosh. Like a drunken cow in a shopping cart. There we go.
Doc!
Marty,
Doc!
what are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system. Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching
Except
up
he was getting, he got
you
hanged
want to hold off on that, Doc.
by the people.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down
Baby
by
stuff.
gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan, right?
What do you want?
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed. Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet.
I was just thinking that.
Yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me! 1931 me!
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely!
Because that's not 10 kinds of crazy.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
But getting that from
let's say
him...
I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better
Not
get
suspicious
started.
at all.
Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
I see that. Such a brat. And there we go. Okay. Soup kitchen's this way. Come for the soup, save for the salvation.
Brown results?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who, may I say, is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Alrighty.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
God. Thanks for the heads up on that, Shay. I actually had missed it turning off. It probably would have been a while before I realized it. Hi, little butt. Oh, hi, cute. I'm gonna grab my water bottle now. Water cup. Bottle. Honey, my water cup weighs more than you do. Okay, so the police station is that way. So the courthouse should be this way. Junk and cow in a shopping cart. Oh my gosh. Come on. Do. Man, the camera angles on this suck. It's our old friend, Professor Dodgy Camera Positioning.
Touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Have fun grabbing snacks there, Shay. I especially don't eat on stream with this headset on. It picks up everything. Alright, I gotta go hunt down Doc. Baby Emmett.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Yep, not helpful. Ack! Stop getting stuck on things.
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
That's not what I wanted.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty. Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
BS.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
That's obscene.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
Man, the way his eyes roll in his
bone's
head.
Connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Every morning.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong.
Busy.
Wrong.
And gonna have to hunt him down again.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Aside from the science.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character! Oh, no.
He's out of his mind. Nope, I am not going to be able to talk to him again.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Eep. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to go talk to Doc. Oh, look, there's Emmett again.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
Do I have to sit here and harass him?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Probably. Man.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
Okay. I'm gonna try going back to the jail. To talk to Elder. Ugh. Elder Doc.
Psst, Doc.
Morty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
Sounds like a great idea.
Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
That's helpful.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Go ahead, sit on my shoulder. No, on my shoulder, not across my throat. What a butt.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Literally. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to get him to walk past the jail.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Maybe we need Einstein.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Nope. Where, oh where should we go?
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
Invisible walls.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like, a hunting lodge?
Not hiring.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, bum.
I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy. Just think, in 55 years, we'll be able to rent 5-year-old movies on this spot. Just think, in 55 years, we'll be able to rent 5-year-old movies on this spot.
It's 7 a.m.
No, not possible. No.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
I didn't even click it.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H... Now, if H stands for a one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? But what am I missing?
Oh! I think I figured it out. If I can take the tape recorder and record it near Emmett while he's muttering, I can bring that to Doc. Hooray! I figured something out! No, take me back to the chat. There we go. Okay. So I'll come back through. Oops. Dang it.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the
Okay.
A multiplied by the inverse of A might not be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant.
And then back across the street.
Psst, Doc!
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Right. Welcome back, Shay, by the way. And I understand having to do dishes. Oops.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
I love how it
H
teleported
equals
me.
the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. If it'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Arthur McFly? I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
Shh! It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
A Chicago overcoat. I've heard that one before. Okay.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Oh, really?
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just
Nice
fix it so I
cover.
can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get over-eager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions...
Yeah?
You can let me know when they're running low on soup.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
You can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
You can meet in the Speakeasy, the one that got bombed last Wednesday.
Now, wouldn't that be poetic irony? But I'm not sure the building is structurally safe.
I know a place where the Stay
So
Sober
then probably
Society
the
can
Brown
meet.
residence.
Oh? Where?
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please, tell your friend Emmett we accept. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
So what I've got to do is figure out where the...
The rest home.
Those dear old-timers. Soup is one of the few pleasures they have left. All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Excellent. I'm not sure what all I've done. Ack. There we go. Stop looking at things, Marty. There we go.
Psst, Doc.
Eep.
Your younger self needs 190 proof booze to fuel his rocket drill.
Well, that could be a problem.
I know, we're both underage.
Underage, nothing. It's 1931 and alcohol's been outlawed throughout the country. Are you sure you're about to graduate from high school?
I'm kidding, Doc. It was a joke.
A joke? If I live to be 100, and I almost have, I'll never understand a teenage compunction to make a joke out of everything.
What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
That's terrible.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna? We never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That would explain a lot. Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's Tannen is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kid Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well,
thanks,
you hold on
but...
to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
Gotta love time
Hang
travel.
in there, Doc.
Okay. So the theory I'm thinking of is they're making booze in the kitchen. So gotta figure out where the safe house is. Oh my god. There we go.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here. How about you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? I'm hanging on to my peanut bowl.
What an ass.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Hey, kid! Yeah? What the hell is that? Hey!
Cannot believe that stupid plot works.
What'd you do?
Give me that hat, you lousy crook! Emmett!
Why am I catching this?
Emmett!
Poof. Bye-bye.
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen! Hey!
Really? Poop jokes already?
Al! Fix me up!
It's a TellTale game, so they're usually pretty good about the storylines.
Where do you learn how to move like that?
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out!
And then put that into somewhere that doesn't exist. So my thought is... Oh, nope, still got that wall. So probably in here?
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
Alright, so then I guess it's to the soup kitchen. Gotta find Artie's grandpa. Today's soup, cabbage. Ugh.
Hey, Q-Ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of, soup.
Soup? Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup. Well?
I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
It tastes like sewage water. Alright, so I now know where it goes.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
Can't get past the counter flap. Cue ball is,
excuse me.
Yeah?
Could I have a bowl of soup?
We're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like...
Scrolle ribolita?
I was gonna say week-old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried... giving the soup a little heat, maybe?
Why, is it getting cold?
No, I mean, like chili powder. Muy caliente.
Oh, bit of a tough guy, huh? Actually, I like it spicy too, but it's gotta be edible for the common folks.
Come on, a little dash isn't gonna kill anyone.
Ah, heck. You got moxie, kid. Let's spice it up a bit, shall we?
Okay, so then probably... No. Inscriptions.
Like a thorn bush in a drunkard's hand is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Heavy.
Okay. So we probably need to do...
Okay.
Is get him to put a different
I've got
spice in
some
there?
more ideas about your soup.
Do tell.
Let's see. Have you tried... paprika?
Paprika?
I just think it could use a little color.
Color?
It's gonna be the same jar, because that's the one they've programmed it for. But, you know. See if we can't get this thing moved.
The kitchen's for management only,
Nope.
rummy.
Whoa!
Okay, so how the heck am I supposed to do this? It's cue ball. Emmett.
Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids' goons aren't going to let us do an experiment on their barrels.
No, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
What? Ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine? Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety. Right. We'll score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
Cogitating?
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline. Okay. Hey, never mind. What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
What about those barrels?
What about them?
What kind of soup is that?
It's not it's special soup.
What's special about it?
It's made for grown-ups, kid.
A soup for grown-ups?
That's right, kid. Be nosy. See where it gets you.
Are those all cabbage soup?
Last time I checked.
Don't you have any other kinds of soup?
No.
Excuse me.
You talking to me?
Why's the soup in a barrel?
'Cause it's hard to ladle off the floor?
What's a tough guy like Kid Tannen doing running a soup kitchen?
Mr. Tannen purchased the soup kitchen from the Sisters of Mercy in an effort to repair his reputation as a respectable community figure after his fine name was besmirched by the malignant and malicious the actions of the misguided vandals that done burned down his place of business.
His speakeasy.
I cannot confirm nor deny any claims of so-called illegal bootlegging at the Just eat your damn soup, pipsqueak.
So this place used to be a soup kitchen.
What do you mean used to be? Despite recent changes in ownership, this joint is still available for the purposes of distributing food to the needy and the not-so-well-to-do. And no other purposes whatsoever.
Right.
Right.
If I look around a bit?
No. Ah, Miss Strickland. Come for some more soup?
Come now, Mr. Donnelly. You know I wouldn't set one foot in this mockery of all that is good and decent if the poor of Hill Valley weren't so dependent on Mr. Tennant's overblown show of generosity.
Was that a yes?
Just give me the soup before I gag on the hypocrisy.
I'll tell the boss you said hello.
I'll just bet you will.
Okay, so we've got one barrel left. No, that's not suspicious at all. Oh no, I think it froze.